I'm Vince Weston. This is kind of to follow up and give Dirk Pitt a little bit of more information, I hope. This is the Ghost Rider by Toy Biz, and strangely enough, I do still have the box. And this is my build. So, see if I can get that a little bit more in there maybe for you. This was my build. I did this about 2002, somewhere in that general vicinity. And I was kind of hoping maybe I could show Dirk some pieces of, and talk about quickly about this build. Once again, it is Toy Biz kit. This is the only level 3. And if you're ever researching it, according to the back box, it's Dan Ketch is the Ghost Rider. I believe he was Ghost Rider number 1, but I could be mistaken. He was one of the Ghost Riders from the comic book series. Okay, the yellow pieces here are actually the forks. These were in yellow, as are the wheels. This does kind of come apart. I never really finished gluing it completely, which have to be painted. The reason I believe they were done in the translucent yellow that the wheels are made out of is because of certain parts of it do show as being the yellow. Okay. One other thing that Dirk was looking at was the front here. And there is only one piece because it's actually the sides. He thought those were the fins from the engine, and probably they are. But they go inside the two halves of the body of the motorcycle. Let's see, what else can I tell you? This does have similar gap issues. It's not quite as bad as what was some of the other kits, particularly the snap tights from the Toy Biz line, but it does suffer from some gaps. A lot of the gaps in this kit actually can be hidden pretty easily. The boots, you don't really need to fill that gap. The upper hand pieces here don't really need to be filled because it just gives more differentiation between the wristlets and the coat. Let's see. The one thing I think I remember having an issue with this kit about is actually getting him to sit on the seat. If I remember correctly, for a lot of it, I wound up carving out a lot of the seat itself to try and get him to fit, because it's more rounded than his butt is. So that's the final product. From my research, the bike is a very dark blue. Of course, he's wearing leathers. And of course, the tedious part was trying to paint these. I think part of the reason for the translucent yellow was so that you could get an amount of glow from the flame. Probably if you use more clear colors, it probably would show up a little bit more. One of the major portions of this build, as Dirk was noticing too, me see if I can put him down, is the base. I kind of worked this base to be more like the box art, and actually left off one of the skulls. I found a lot of these kits, the instructions and the box art are probably, well, they're not the same as the final kit comes up to be, but as you can see here, I didn't really paint the brown, or as Dirk was calling it, the ruby or maroon colors, whatever it was. He kind of thinks it was more red. I thought it looked pretty much like dirt, and I just put on some washes. By the way, this is all done in enamels. This is before I discovered acrylics, and what I had was enamels. So, you know. So you can see I had detailed this out pretty much, and then a nice black wash over top of it kind of melds it all together and gets it looking pretty good. One thing I'll point out here, hopefully this will show, there's dead roses sitting here. So, and there's a hip down here. There's all sorts of skeletal pieces on this. There's a hand right up there. And of course, femurs and rib bones and lots of skulls and chains and locks, and the one piece is supposed to be broken off from here, and there's like dead grass, I guess. That's what most of that is. It's just like grass and rocks. So that's a quick walk around. One thing I did do was I did sand the back here a little bit, so it seemed to make the back wheel more stable. And that's quickly what it comes out to look like. I think it comes out really nice. It looks really good. I did do some slight gray washing on his, or excuse me, dry brushing, gray dry brushing, to bring out some of the highlights in his leathers. So that's that one. I know one other kit that Dirk was really interested in getting in this series is this one. And I'm sure it's not showing up so well, but it's the Silver Surfer. I have to say that I think this is probably one of the worst bases out of the series, because all it is basically a silver U. I did backfill this because it wasn't solid. It was like this, you know, or is hollow. So I did put some plastic on there to fill in the back a little bit more. One of the things, particularly in this kit, and hopefully this kind of shows up. Maybe I'll put a dark background behind him here. That kind of helps. Is since he's silver, you have to be really finicky with the seams and the gaps, of which there are some. Yeah. Each arm, there's a gap where the arms come together and the legs come in. There's gaps there and there, so you need to really work those to get them pretty good. One of the things I used, the paint I used on this, once again I was living in the world of enamels at the time, was this Rust-Oleum Specialty Metallic This is silver metallic. It doesn't come quite as chromy as the can lid looks like. It's more silvery, as you can see here. So I knew that was the other kit that Dirk's looking for, so I figured I'd give you a little post-build incentive to go find it on eBay. I know it's not easy to find this one, but it's a lot easier since it is just the body, the surfboard, and then there's two pieces to the stand. So yeah, two-piece stand. So it's a little bit quicker build, but of course, like I said, being that it's silver and silver is going to show every mistake, it does take a lot of work to get them smooth and even. Alright, so that's my quick update. I did it in less than 10 minutes. Amazing. I hope this is some information to some people who are looking at these kits and probably saw Dirk's open box on the Ghost Rider. And thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. We'll talk to you later. Bye.